There is only one psalm in the whole Bible that the devil himself ever quoted out loud. He stood in the wilderness and recited it to Jesus, word for word, trying to turn a promise into a trap. What does it tell you that out of 150 psalms, this is the one he picked? In this video, I'm revealing 4 truths hidden inside Psalm 91, truths that, once you actually see them, will change the way you walk through your very next hard day. Most people who read Psalm 91 read it like a good luck charm. They pull one verse off the wall of it, "No evil shall befall you," and hang it over their door like a decoration, without ever asking what the psalm is actually building, verse by verse, underneath that promise. That is why so many people quote this psalm in the good years and go silent on it in the hard ones. They never understood what it was actually saying. This is not a psalm for people who want a nicer life. It is a psalm for people who are already in the fire right now, today, and need to know exactly where to stand. The first truth, the dwelling place. Psalm 91:1 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." Read that again slowly. It does not say, "he who visits." It does not say, "he who checks in on Sunday." It says, "dwells." That word means to live somewhere permanently, the way a person lives in their own house, not the way a tourist checks into a hotel for the weekend. Most people treat God like a hotel. They check in when the marriage is falling apart, when the test results are due back, when the money runs out. They pray hard for 3 days and then check out the moment the crisis passes, and they wonder why the peace never seems to last. Peace does not visit people who visit God. Peace lives with people who live with God. Jesus said almost the same thing in John 15:4, "Abide in me, and I in you." Not call on me when you need something. Abide, stay, remain. A branch that only touches the vine during a storm has no root system to survive the storm. This is the first truth. The shelter is not a place you run to in the crisis. It is a place you already live, so that when the crisis comes, you are already home. The second truth, the refuge that covers what you cannot protect. Psalm 91:2 says, "I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust." And then verse 4 goes somewhere most people skip past too quickly. "He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge." A mother hen does not cover her chicks with her wings to make them stronger. She covers them because they are weak, and something bigger than them is coming. A hawk, a fox, a storm. The covering is not for the strong days. It is specifically for the days you cannot protect yourself. This is where most people misread the whole psalm. They think Psalm 91 is a promise that nothing dangerous will ever come near them. Read verse 5 and 6 closely. "You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday." The psalm does not say the terror will not come. It says you will not fear it. The arrow still flies. The night still has terror in it. The psalm is not a shield against danger existing. It is a promise about what happens to your fear while danger is doing its work around you. That distinction matters more than almost anything else in this psalm. David was not a man who never faced an enemy. He wrote this after years of running from Saul, sleeping in caves, watching men die beside him. He was not writing theory. He was writing what he had lived, that a man can be surrounded by real danger and still not be ruled by it, because he is not standing in the open field alone. He is under something. If this message is blessing you so far, please take a moment to like this video. It truly helps support our channel and allows us to reach more people. The third truth, the company you do not see. Psalm 91:7 says, "1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you." This verse has been misused by people looking for an excuse to be careless, and it has been avoided by honest people who have watched 1,000 fall at their side and still gotten hurt themselves. Neither reading is what the psalm is doing. The psalm is describing a life lived inside God's assignment, not a magic exemption from all pain. And then verse 11, the verse everyone knows from being quoted wrong in movies. For he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. Notice it does not say the angels remove every obstacle from your path. It says they guard you in your ways, in the actual walking, the actual working, the actual living. Not instead of the road. On the road, think about how differently a person drives home at night if they know someone they trust is watching the route with them on the phone, versus driving that same dark road certain they are entirely alone. The road has not changed. The danger level of the road has not changed. What changed is what the person believes is with them in the car. That belief changes the grip on the wheel, the calm in the chest, the way fear does or does not take the driver's seat. The fourth truth, the voice at the end of the psalm. Here is what almost nobody notices. For 13 verses, the psalm is written about God in the third person. He will deliver you, he will cover you. And then in verse 14, the voice switches. God begins speaking in the first person. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. That shift matters. For 13 verses, a poet is telling you about God's protection from the outside. Then, without warning, God himself speaks, and the promise stops being poetry and becomes a personal vow, spoken directly in first person to the one who calls. Notice what is required before that vow activates. Not perfection, not an unbroken record of getting it right. 2 things only: he holds fast to me in love, and he calls to me. The doorway into this psalm's deepest promise is not achievement, it is attachment. It is a person in trouble who still turns their face toward God instead of away from him. This is the part most people in real pain skip past, because pain makes a person want to go quiet, to pull inward, to stop calling out at all. But the psalm says the answer comes specifically to the one who calls. When he calls to me, I will answer him. Not before he calls, not to the one who suffers in silence and never says a word, to the one who calls. Psalm 46:1 says something almost identical from a different angle. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Present, not eventually available. Present in the actual moment the trouble is happening, not only once it has passed and can be discussed safely in hindsight. And Proverbs 18:10 adds one more layer worth sitting with. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. A tower does a person no good standing at a distance, admired from the road. It only does its work for the one who runs, actively, urgently, on purpose, into it. So here is what Psalm 91 is actually teaching once you strip away the decoration people have put on it. It is not a promise that your life will be free of arrows, fire, or long nights. David did not get that promise, and neither will you. What it promises is a dwelling, not a visit, a covering for what you cannot protect yourself from, a guard on the road you still have to walk, and a God who does not merely watch your trouble from far off, but answers in the moment you call, because you already live where he lives. The woman in the parking lot does not need a psalm that promises the doctor's report will be good news. She needs to know that whatever the report says, she is not walking into that building alone, and she has somewhere to run into before she opens the car door. If this teaching blessed you, write in the comments, I am dwelling in the secret place. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe so you never miss a word, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. God bless you all.